done it here. Some of you have asked what Ccmb is doing, what technology you people have used. I really appreciate some of the questions from the random especially, this is how we discovered the biomarker, microRNAs as biomarkers, down-regulation. Now what is discovered is the post-transcription level. But there could be...
How many times did you spend for this research?
I am researching from 2007-8, so you can calculate how many years. Actually, the other siRNA, I started working much before, from 2005-6, as a biomarker or something. So things are existing. We have still not discovered. Like she was asking, why not a gene? It could be there. We do not know. We have only, discovered a small. We have nothing. It's a drop in the ocean. So look at the beauty of the biology. Look at the beauty how you function. How you are made from a one cell, right? How you have become a, 50 kg human. Is it not so wonderful? So it was only a curiosity-driven research. It was only a passion. It's like hobby. Painting is, so you ask painting, music. Like that, science is my passion. So that is the thing. Yes, some of you have asked me like, what made you take so much of years till you are sticking on to the science. Yes, it's only a curiosity. You don't get so much of monetary benefit. So if you are so much interested in making quick buck, this is not the field for you. So only if you are curious, that's why finally these people have got Nobel Prize world over. Your recognition, that's the only thing you look for, nothing else. Okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Why did you select this topic rather than any other?
That's what I told you, when I was doing PhD, it was so much fascinating. We had a student group called Monday Molecules. We used to meet and whatever latest happened. So one of the guys have presented this Nepali paper of petunia. That was so, because we were also observing the same thing, but we were, snubbed by the bosses. If your teacher says, no, I expect this, you bring only this. I don't want anything, which is out of the box. We are not made to think out of the box. So I thought, okay, let me do. So the passion was started in 1990s. 89 to 95 was my PhD. We have observed this. It was so exciting for us. So we all thought that, okay, we are going to carry on this research on RNA, and that is where it started. Then when I really started my independent research, these kinds of papers, so I was reading all kinds of papers which was coming for RNA interference. That is where I have also come up with this, microRNA paper. Then I thought this is going to be, I just hooked on to that. This is going to, I didn't know that it's going to win Nobel Prize or anything, but this is going to be a molecule having tremendous potential. She's doing trash research. I was never given any importance. Just like, these people were never given importance for 7 years after their discovery also. But still, I stuck on to that. I will see to it that this will come one day it will come up as blood-based diagnosis for cancer. If everything goes fine.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
Can I, as a student, without any graduation or without holding any degree, get into the research sector, research field?
Oh, he had a child prodigy also, isn't it? Here, but of course, he also had a degree. You know, unfortunately, this could be possible, like in US. You know, this that Apple discoverer who is that iPhone, this thing. He didn't have. Many people say that they didn't have a formal degree, but unfortunately, we are a country with 1.3 billion population. Now, these many people are there. Few seats are for the medicine, few seats are there for PhD. Whom should we select? Tell me, whom should we select? So, we are forced to select based on your merit, your degrees. So, without reading, see, without, right now itself, you are children, you don't have a tendency to sit and read, right? You don't have patience. Somebody has forcefully to teach you certain things. So gaining knowledge, this is the only way. You enroll into, that is when we have higher studies, you go, you can choose what you want. You know, you want biotechnology, you can choose. You want physics, you can choose. You want chemistry, you can choose. You want space science, you can choose. That is your choice. You want medicine, you want engineering, anything. So now it becomes very difficult for us to screen this 1.3 billion population. In that majority is you youngsters. We should have some criteria, right? So still we follow that above the 80%, above the 80%. It actually will not have any value. Some people having 99.9 will be the most dumb people I have ever come across. Maybe you are a failure, you will have much more brains. We accept that. But right now, our education system will not allow you to do research without a basic degree for it.
Okay. Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
MicroRNA.
Each type of cancer can be
Treated by microRNA.
see, right now, you say cancer is a big heterogeneous disease. So people are finding, like I have done on breast cancer, that also one type of breast cancer, invasive breast cancer. Like leukemia, one type of leukemia. We have hundreds of types of leukemia. We have different types of breast cancer. So my research has shown that we discovered 432 microRNAs for breast cancer, but after doing a lot of validation, we got 107 signatures. There again, we have classified as if this particular microRNA is upregulated, you have breast cancer stage 2 grade 3. This particular microRNA is showing 20-fold upregulation, you have stage 2, maybe stage 1, early stage grade 3 cancer. So there are specific signatures, that is why we patented it around the world, that somebody wants to make a product, you can do that. So that is one detection. So this microRNA, I told you, it has got a lot of, it is a wide network, you know, there are even 900 targets it can, you know, attack at the same time. So far, that is why people are on therapy. That is why maybe some of them, you see that it is regressing tumor. I told you, in the mice we started injecting to see whether it regress or not. It may not be possible for one microRNA, 2 microRNAs to do that. It needs a combination therapy. So that is why nothing has come out in the market per se. But in future, we hope that a combination of microRNAs, like if you see that which are the pathways it is upregulated in this particular cancer, we find out the microRNAs for that particular pathway. That is what we have done. Then you bring it to normalize that or finding a cure for cancer. So hopefully in future we might come across.
Good evening, ma'am. Thank you for sharing this topic with you all. Ma'am, I have a doubt. Ma'am, what would be your next research topic?
What will be the?
Next research topic.
I am going to retire in January, so I don't think that Ccmb will allow me to do anything. This is where I close. I feel that whatever small contribution I have done. Now, I don't think that if given a chance, I would have continued to make it as blood-based biomarker for detection from one drop of blood. And that is what you mean, mine, right? The next research topic I am planning to take, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So I would have done this, and then my drug is already in clinical trial. I will be the happiest person if the patient gets cured of cancer. But unfortunately, in Indian system, ethical committee, though we have discovered a drug for early cancer, we are not getting early cancer patients. we are getting late cancer patients who are about to die. They have metastasis not in the colon, colon is removed because of cancer. They have no metastasis in the liver, in the brain. So how will our work, our drug is going to work? So we have redesigned the drug. We are directing one particular DNA drug to, we are giving an IV, and the other, curcumin cannot be given IV, so we are giving it oral. So thinking that, at least the liver, and we are targeting it in the liver. So we have certain cancer receptors, the ligands for that, we are using monoclonal antibodies, and by a combination therapy, we are targeting in the liver. So hopefully this drug should work even in metastatic patients, but not the one having a brain metastasis. So I hope that our drug would work in that way, as well as microRNA can be brought as a biomarker. That is the end of the research. Now after 60, what do you expect me to do?
Okay, thank you.
But a chance we can do up to 70 years, but yes, we have to retire at some stage, right?
Thank you, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
One second,
You said-
I'm very sorry. Over here. We'll take this one last question. Is that okay? Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, you said for the vaccine you will bind microRNA with tRNA. How do you do that? And even if you do it, if sometimes there is some mutation in the tRNA gene.
Yeah, the tRNA is supposed to be very sturdy molecule. That is why I understand that from that paper that they have tied up with the microRNA in itself is a bit hairpin loop structure, but to use it as a vaccine, it has to sustain for a long time, right? So that is the reason they have, and tRNA doesn't have much of interference role in that other than, so when it is tied up with that, it can sustain it long. That paper is not explaining much about it. This is the only report I have come across. So now still we do not know. So they will go and release this microRNA when there is a upregulation of the gene, and this microRNA will go and bind to those oncogenes and suppress them in getting the, and regressing the cancer. That's what they are saying. Still I am not very clear how this can be used. Maybe in the future, even I didn't find the logic in why they have used tRNA. I myself had around why they have used tRNA in that. But they said that it is for the stability of microRNAs.
Thank you.
Sorry, ma'am, my question to you is, what is the role of nanotechnology in medical field in detecting diseases and curing technology?
Nanotechnology. See, nanotechnology is anything relating to nano. Nanoparticle is what? Below 100 nanometer. So right now what I was talking about the nano in this application as a carrier molecule. MicroRNA in itself may not be very sturdy. So any of these RNA molecules are not very sturdy. So it can be wrapped. For example, we have also made curcumin nanoparticle. We can wrap up, wrap this tiny inside so that it is not exposed to nucleuses. That is one thing. As per, so many people are using many nanostructures for basically delivery mechanism. Even I am using for delivery. But for a detection of the disease, I don't know. I'm sorry. Maybe it is there, some nanoparticles.
They say that many researchers going on it.
Sir?
Many researchers are going on it to detect it.
Yeah, what type of nanoparticle it matters? What type of nanoparticle is the one which they are looking for the detection? So nano is basically anything which is below 100, and that is why it is being used for, liposome nanoparticle, which is used for when it gets into the body, it is convenient. And it can, we can load too much of nanoparticles into a particular volume. That is the advantage of nano. So nanotechnology has come up a long way now.